Hi guys. Yeah, it's your girl Sweet Rose. I'm gonna update you guys as to what's been going on since my last video. Since my Halloween makeup tutorial is that how to make yourself look like a friggin' zombie apocalypse survivor. I didn't really know what to call myself because like I was running out of time. So yeah. As you can see, it's pretty much gloomy day for those of you who know me, and you guys can tell it's kind of gloomy in my area. So, yeah, I wanted to tell you guys, basically just updating you guys as to what's been going on since my last video, and not really much has been going on. I've been busy with school. I've been hanging with my boyfriend, not the boyfriend I was telling you guys about before, because he dumped me. He dumped me back in September, and honestly I was pretty bummed out. And I took a break from guys until one of the guys in one of my classes, uh, he saw that I was still kind of upset, and he's in my gym class, and he was being really sweet, and he told me that, oh, that guy was an idiot for dumping you because you're a wonderful person. Because you're an amazing girl. I'm like, holy crap, this guy likes me? And it turns out, the guy that I'm dating right now, who said that, apparently ever since school started this year, he's had a crush on me since the very first day. Since the very first day of school, and it kind of feels like I'm retracing my steps with Anthony, because Anthony had a crush on me. Like, he liked me, like, he fell in love with me from the moment second semester started last year. From, like, the previous semester last year. He fell in love. Like, as soon as he moved here. Well, not here, but the other place. But yeah, he fell in love. Like, he liked me. Like, he had a huge crush on me. The moment he walks into the door in class, I'm already sitting down. And once he walks in, he sees this beautiful girl, me, sorry. Yeah, he sees me when I'm sitting down. I'm sitting at, was it the front of the class or was it the middle? Can't remember. I think it was the front. So I'm sitting at the front of the class, because like my eyesight is a little bad. So I think I had my glasses on that day. Can't really remember. But as soon as he walked in, he saw me and alright, so I'm right here, the smart board's right there. A couple other girls are sitting on this side. There were like 4 rows of like 4 tables, I think. Yeah. And the boyfriend, the guy that I'm with right now, since I was sitting here, he was over here. So like literally, he could still talk to me, but he's been in love. He's liked me ever since then. But when he saw that I was going out with the guy before, you know what, I'm just gonna say my ex's first name. I'm not gonna bother saying his last. His first name was Tyler. I'm not gonna say his last. I know he doesn't watch these videos, so what do I care? I didn't even tell him about my channel. Yeah, Tyler, when, my boyfriend that I have right now, when he saw that I was dating him, when he saw I was dating Tyler, he kind of got jealous. He was like, oh, shoot, I wish I'd done something sooner. When he said that, when he told me, like, after Tyler dumped me, I was just like, holy crap. Yeah, Tyler and I were going out for like a week. He brought me to Subway a couple of times during lunch. He took me to Pizza, and I thought it was really cool. We held hands throughout that whole week. Well, the first couple of days it was a little awkward, and then it was kind of funny. One time we were actually eating our lunch on the bleachers, because at the high school I'm at right now, we actually have this thing called Flip Week. So like after week 1 of school was done, so like my day goes like this. So it's like gym, English, then lunch, then I have my spare, and then contact at the end of the day. But by the time it gets to flip week, our classes are actually switched around. So it's like contact, then I have my spare, and then it's lunch, same time, and then it's English, and then gym at the end of the day, which makes sense. Gym, it makes more sense to actually have gym classes at the end of the day rather than at the beginning. So then, like, if you have gym at the beginning of the day, then you're just gonna get sweaty. But if you have gym at the end of the day, when you get home, you just take a shower. It makes more sense. But yeah, when I was going out with Tyler, he brought, we went to the bleachers, and I think it was just after he and I were, I think we were hanging out, or I don't really remember what we were doing. It was a couple months ago. My memory is starting to go really bad right now, guys, so, yeah. Sorry, I was kind of burped, but I can't. Sorry. Yeah, when we were eating our lunch on the bleachers, a couple other guys, I think they were in the same grade as us, they were actually sitting, like, on the other half of the bleachers. Like, we were on one side, and the guys were on the other. But by the time they left, and Tyler and I finished eating, he, kind of just, like, I was leaning close, like, he and I were, like, sitting side by side, and then, like, I put my head down on his shoulder, and he just, like, puts his right arm on my shoulder. Honestly, I felt more close to him, and honestly, kind of the funny thing, he didn't know how to cuddle. He didn't know how to cuddle at first. Like, when we first started going out, he was so lost. He was so confused. He didn't know what to do. He could have easily just asked. He could have talked to me about it instead of Googling it up and just acting a little embarrassed. But I thought it was kind of cute, though, that he had to Google how to cuddle. I thought it was cute. But, yeah, when he told me that, I kind of fell more in love with him. I knew it was kind of short for me to say it, but yeah. Ian, I think one time, I think it was the day before, uh, one time, I actually, during that week, I asked him if he could be a little more affectionate with me. I asked him that the night before, and then when he messages me the next morning, like as soon as my bus pulls into like the bus loading area at the school, he texted me saying that he would try. So during English, because Tyler usually sits in front of me, and I sit in like the middle part of the class, basically, like in every class. Well, mainly just for like my fitness class, because like for fitness we're either in the classroom or we're in the gym. So in the fitness classroom, I'm in the middle. Gym, sorry, English, same thing. But contact is just like computers all over the place, so I can just sit wherever. So, but yeah, when it came to Tyler, usually he would sit in front of me, and like I would be sitting beside someone who he knows, like someone who's very close to him. So kind of like family. But yeah, he was actually sitting beside me, and like his cousin had to like sit. I think his cousin was away, or did she sit in front? I think she sat in front. So his cousin sat in front while Tyler actually came back to sit beside me. And I thought that was really cute. But one time during that week, we actually turned around to actually talk to the girls that were sitting behind us. And when we were, Tyler like was like acting like his crazy, smart, and funny self, but he was actually being more affectionate because I told him to be. I didn't really tell him. I asked him very nicely through my text, but I guess he didn't see it that way, I guess. I don't know. But he was being really affectionate. He grabbed my right hand, and that was so sweet. One time, he actually, it was during flip week, during my spare, because my spare was at the second period of the day. Well, it was like the third class of the day, but they were swished around. Sorry, keep doing that. Don't know why. And we switched. When we went down to his classroom that one time, he actually introduced me to a couple of his classmates, and one of the girls that were sitting behind us in English was actually in his classroom, and I thought that was kind of convenient. Not really, because I didn't really know her name at the time, because I was so new, and so I'm just like, yeah, I don't know many people's names, and I was just like starting to learn their names just through him, and like people that I've met so far, so yeah. But yeah, it was really fun. I'm glad I was actually going out with him for a little bit, and just like during that one time I went into his class, his teacher was so nice. I think he was working on a PowerPoint presentation, and he was actually kind of looking at a video. I can't really remember. It was like for a certain park. Like it was like some type of like situation or something. Can't really remember. Something like that. So yeah, it's kind of funny. Like he put his arm around me. I kissed him on the cheek. He was like, "Aw, thank you." He had this cute smile, and then he had like that little laugh of his. I like or something. I don't know. I don't remember what it was. But yeah, he was showing me off to a couple of his classmates, and his teacher saw that I was there, so she didn't really mind. She was really nice. His teacher was really nice to me. Yeah, he after the lunch bell went, we went out to the bleachers. He put his arm around me. I kissed him on the cheek. He kissed me on the cheek. Yeah, so for that whole week, we held hands. He put his arm around me, especially like right after the final bell of the day went and we were waiting for a bus. He also takes a bus to get home. So Tyler and I were waiting for our bus, and as soon as I see my bus pull up, like I give him a quick kiss and a quick hug goodbye, and I told him that I would see him tomorrow because I think my bus came before his. Did it? I don't know. Sometimes like my bus would actually like come before his, or like sometimes my bus would be like right after, or, like 2 buses after. Like there's his bus, then there's another bus, and then my bus is right after. So usually it's like that, or otherwise like it's his bus, my bus, and then more buses coming up from behind. So and it's sometimes like that. I thought it was really sweet. Well, one time we were alone on the bleachers, and he and I were alone. We just finished eating, and he and I were talking for a little bit, and we were just enjoying the silence and like the nice breeze. And honestly, it was a little cold out because it's fall. So he gave me his jacket. Like he gave me his jacket a couple times. And like when it was starting to get a little cold, and I didn't bring any gloves, and we walked to Pizza Pizza, he held my hand. Like I asked him if I could hold his hand, and he's like, sure. And when I did, he was like, holy crap, your hands are cold. But I felt really great knowing that I was holding my boyfriend's hand. Yeah, we held hands most of the time. He would cuddle with me even like right after school. I thought that was sweet. held hands with me even during school. He, funny thing is, he actually took a picture on his phone and he said, in a relationship, Tyler and Sweet Rose. Like, he actually didn't post that. Yeah, he and I both have Facebook, but, I thought it was kind of funny that he did that, and when I saw that post on his Facebook page, I was honestly I was actually kind of happy that he did that. Honestly, that picture of me, I was just like, I was like that, and like my eyes were like almost completely closed. I thought it was funny. But yeah, he did that, and kind of sad part is, we only kissed once. That's the part that kind of sucked. Oh. Yeah, Tyler and I, we held hands most of the week. He cuddled with me, I think, almost every day. Like, when it got cold, like, usually when we're sitting on the bleachers, or, like, when I went into his classroom the first time. I didn't really do it the second time because, like, they were doing something else. I'm just like, okay. So, like, I didn't really know what to do, so, yeah. I kind of got bummed out when he said that I had to leave that one time. And he told me to leave, so I just went out to the bleachers since it was my spare. And honestly, I got really bummed out. It was like, I see him, like, I see him walk off, and, like, he walked right past me. He didn't know it was me, and, like, I texted him saying, like, you just walked right past me. He was like, oh, it was you? I'm sorry. Yeah. I got really upset, and then, I think it was the following Monday. I think that was, like, either Thursday or Friday. Like, by the end of the week, I was still happy to be his girlfriend, but then, by Monday, he dumped me. Well, I think it was, like, I think it was the Friday that we kissed for the first time. Like, I asked him to kiss me. It was a few minutes before the bell had to go. I think that was during flip week. Or it was the regular week, I don't know. Yeah, it was flip week. So it was right before the two of us had to go to English together, because he's in my English class. It was a few minutes before the bell had to go, and I told him that I cared about him, and, I asked him to kiss me, and he's like, I think he said okay. He's like, sure. He only kissed me once. Honestly, I did love him, but honestly, I was so bummed out. God, I was really bummed out when he told me it was over, and over a freaking text message. That's the worst way to break up with someone. I was in tears. When I got back to regular week on the following Monday, I think he messaged me, and instead of sitting beside me during English, he actually went back to sitting in the front, and he didn't talk to me. It was at some point during that day, I think it was probably during lunch, that he told me it was over between us. So I got so bummed out. I literally, I think it was after I ate lunch that, I went outside and I just sat on the bleachers for all of my spare, and I think all throughout fourth, through contact. I would have gone, except I probably would have run into him. He likely would have been in his class, because, he has third class. I think it's like he's in that class for co-op or something. But yeah, I got really bummed out. I skipped Comtech, I think, for like 2 days. The first time my teacher wasn't there. I think he was away. We had a substitute. Second time, my parents got a call home. Got a call, and I got in trouble, and then I had to deal with it. So yeah, it's just, I needed to be alone, and honestly, I've actually had a really hard time crying since I got here. you guys. It's been really difficult for me for some reason. I don't know why. It's just first time like I really tried crying. It's just I think the last time I cried was months ago. I think like back when I went to go visit my sister. Like we went up there for like a family dinner or something. And I got so bummed out. Like I started crying. But by the time it hit school, I didn't cry once. Because like 17-year-old like myself should not cry. Honestly, I was really trying to suck it up. I managed to shed like a couple tears, and I think I cried for like an hour. So, yeah. I was not a happy camper. I was quite upset. But yeah, I think I'm taking up too much of you guys' time, so I think I'm probably gonna call it quits. I've got some stuff that I need to do today. This was supposed to be a quick update, but apparently I've been talking for 20 minutes. So, sorry for wasting your guys' time. I hope you guys might be able to have, like, I don't know, like, some support for me. Like, you guys can give me advice on, like, how I can deal with him. How I can deal with my ex-boyfriend right now, because literally I see him every day. And it's just like, sometimes I call him by, like, a certain nickname that I gave him a while ago, like, after he dumped me, but I've, tried not calling him it, and, he literally ignores me. So, there's nothing really I can do. It's just I get irritated whenever I hear his voice. And he makes like freaking SpongeBob SquarePants jokes. He's like, no, this is Patrick. I don't get what's so funny about that. I mean, I know SpongeBob is like a really kiddie show. And like, I've kind of grown over SpongeBob. Like, I've kind of gotten tired of it over the years. Like, I literally stopped watching it, I think, a few years ago. I stopped watching it a few years ago, or did I stop watching it by high school? I think I stopped watching it by like grade 7, grade 8. I think it was like, God, I can't even remember. I think it was like probably sometime in grade 8 I stopped watching SpongeBob. Yeah. But anyway, guys, I gotta go. I've got some cleaning I need to do. I've gotta, do my laundry, and, I'm gonna try and, set up the Wii. My parents just, I think it was, no, my mom just found the Wii. It's in one of the boxes, that's upstairs. So, I'm gonna try and set that up in, maybe a couple hours. After I get my laundry started, I'll probably do a little cleaning in my room, and, we'll see where things go from there. Might be able to do another video probably later today or maybe next week if I've got the chance. So, I love you guys so much. Hopefully I will see you guys in my next video. And as always, guys, stay awesome. Sorry, I kind of took a little bit of a line from Markiplier. Sorry, Mark, took a little bit of your, ending line. Sorry. Oh, Mark, big fan. Sorry. Alright. Anyway, start over. Anyway, I love you guys so much. Stay awesome. And, hopefully I will probably be out of my old high school gym clothes. Hopefully I won't be wearing that next time, so, yeah. Love you guys. Bye! Oh, crap.